I want you to go back to the beginning of the relationship. Before the pain, before the confusion, before you started watching videos like this one, trying to understand what happened. Go back to when it started. Do you remember the pursuit, the intensity, the way he seemed to see you, really, really see you? From almost the very beginning, there were texts and calls, and the way he talked about the future as though it had already been decided by something bigger than either of you. The sense was that this was what you had been waiting for. I want you to go back there in your mind for a moment, because that feeling, that overwhelming, breathtaking, finally feeling, was not an accident. And it was not God dropping the right man into your life at the right moment. It was a calculated opener in a very specific playbook. And understanding it, understanding exactly how it was done and why it worked, is one of the most important and most painful pieces of this whole picture. Because until you understand how you were hooked, you can't fully understand what has kept you. Before we go into this, I know this topic stirs up a lot. If you need space to understand it with women who understand, the Detox Your Marriage community is the place for you. The link is down below. It's free, it's moderated, it's a safe space. If you want to talk with me directly about your situation, there's a link down below also for a free short phone call, 15 or 20 minutes max, no strings attached. And that can be very, very helpful to get clarity about what healing would look like, how to fix it. And like this video and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. This channel exists for you, and there is so much more coming. Love bombing is the opening phase of a narcissistic relationship. And the name, while it might sound almost playful, describes something with very real, destructive precision. It's an overwhelming campaign of attention, affection, and idealization, delivered at an intensity and a speed that bypasses your normal discernment. He is not just being romantic. He is building something specific, a version of himself in your mind that he will spend the rest of the relationship leveraging. He's not learning who you are. He's mirroring who you are back to you. Your values, your dreams, your spiritual language, your deepest hopes for what love could be. And finding yourself perfectly understood by someone, it feels so extraordinary that the pace of it all doesn't raise a flag. It feels like a beautiful confirmation. You need to know the speed is intentional and the intensity is intentional. The whole campaign is designed to move fast enough that you are attached emotionally and spiritually, practically, before you have had time to see who he actually is when no one is watching. I want to spend some time here because I think this is important and almost entirely undiscussed. Christian women are in many ways ideally prepared to receive love bombing, not because of any weakness within them, but because of the specific language and values of their world and their worldview. Right? So the love bomber speaks your language. He talks about God's timing, kind of spiritualizes the whole thing, uses words like covenant and calling and purpose. And he presents the relationship as something spiritually significant, which, of course, carries enormous weight. The intensity doesn't feel like a red flag. It feels like a confirmation. You have also been formed, likely since childhood, to believe in people's capacity for transformation. People can change. To extend grace, you've been taught to extend grace and taught to see what someone could be, not just what they are today. And so a love bomber's early presentation of his best self lands perfectly in that formed readiness to believe. Now, you were not naive and not foolish. You were a woman of faith, living by the values that you were given, which are good and valuable and beautiful. It's just that those values were exploited by someone who understood exactly how to use them. So here's the part that most love bombing content never addresses, and so you're going to hear it here. And it's the part that explains why you're still there. Years later, even when the man you are living with bears almost no resemblance to the man who pursued you. See, the hook does not just stay because of love. It stays because of intermittent reinforcement. After the love bombing phase ends, and it always ends, because it's not sustainable, the relationship does not immediately become painful. It oscillates. Good periods, bad periods. Moments where he almost is the man that he was in the beginning. And those intermittent moments of warmth are more powerful than consistent warmth could be. How does that make sense? Well, it's documented research psychology that variable reward is the most addictive schedule there is. Ask casinos in Las Vegas. The reason why gamblers gamble and casinos are incredibly profitable is that you don't win all the time at the table, but you win some of the time, and that keeps you hooked. Your nervous system is hooked not despite the inconsistency, but because of it. So you are responding to a reward system that was specifically designed to keep you hooked, keep you engaged. Now, understanding that doesn't excuse it, but it does explain you, and it should release you from the shame of not having simply walked away. Right? You're not weak for staying. You are responding to a reward system that was specifically designed to keep you engaged. Now, stay to the end because I want to tell you what the recovery from love bombing actually requires, and it's not what you've been told. So stay with me till the end. Most people will tell you that recovering from love bombing means accepting that the early version of your relationship was not real. And I want to offer you something more precise than that. What recovery requires is recalibrating. Recalibrating what love is supposed to feel like. Because here is the lasting damage of an intense love bombing courtship. Ordinary love starts to feel insufficient. And the absence of fireworks starts to feel like the absence of love. Steadiness feels like flatness, and your baseline for love was reset to an adrenaline level. And adrenaline is not love. It's chemistry, yeah. And it can be manufactured by chaos just as easily by genuine connection. See, healing means rebuilding that baseline from the ground up, learning to recognize that safety is warmth, consistency is devotion, and presence is intimacy. It's slower work than the original sweeping you off your feet thing, but it is the work that leads to something real. If you've been living in that oscillation, the cycle of warmth and then withdrawal, hope and then disappointment, I want you to know that what I just described is not a character flaw, it's a wound. It's a nervous system wound. And wounds heal when they receive the right care. In my book, The RSVP Protocol, Reclaim Your Life, Your Voice, Yourself Without Leaving Your Marriage, there's an entire section on exactly this. Rebuilding your internal compass after love bombing has distorted it. Learning to trust your own perception of safety and danger and getting back to yourself. If you want to talk now with me, if somewhere in this video you felt the relief of finally having the language for your experience, there's a link for a free consultation call down below. I'd love to hear from you. And I'll see you in the next video.